I think the hardest thing is clicking the button and telling your story. When I was about 12 years old, I was dating a guy. I think he was like 19 at the time. Can't really remember, but it is my oldest daughter's father. And the hardest thing ever is like telling your whole story. Because if I tell y'all the whole story, y'all would be like, I can't believe this. But I'm not ready to tell everything because it's just like, when do I tell the whole story? But I'm going to just tell y'all, start at 12 years old, dating this 19-year-old. I was going to elementary school. The school name was North Main Street School. And it was in Pleasantville, New Jersey. Met this guy. I thought he was so cute, you know. At that time, he was going with some girl at the school, or he wasn't going with her, actually. They had broke up or whatever. And, you know, I didn't think nothing of it at that time. You know, I didn't think that she would want to fight me later on, which is crazy. That's a whole nother story. But let's just start off from this 12-year-old situation. So I got pregnant before my first child. The child's name is Jermaine Robinson. Okay? And I just remember I was living in the hood. The hood name is Woodland Avenue Projects. And I would get jumped all the time by females there. They was always jealous of me. They would chase me home from school. They always did stuff to me because I was like Puerto Rican with long hair. They would pull my hair, put gum in my hair, like do all this crazy stuff. And through all the stuff that I've been through, between getting jumped from school and being in an abusive relationship, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I may be the strongest person ever. And talking about a fighter, I am a fighter. I am a warrior. So, y'all, I was pregnant, okay, at 12. Got pregnant. This guy, after a year, he was very abusive, okay, very abusive. So, one day, I'm walking, I just seen 222. I'm walking to the basketball court. He was a basketball player. He had scholarships and everything. Okay, so I really want to say his real name, but I mean, I did say where I was really from and all that, but this guy, I believe, like, wait till I tell y'all the whole story, which is so crazy because he has multiple essay charges and everything. So I'm kind of afraid because he's still out and what he did to me, and he found me later on in life, which, God, this is so hard. So when I was like 12, I ended up getting pregnant. And these girls was taking up, sorry, there's a car behind me with his flashing light or something. So these girls, they were taken up for this other girl that wanted to fight me because of him, which I told y'all that he was going with another girl before me at this elementary school. You hear that, right? He was an adult. He had already graduated high school and everything. So anyway, I went to go take him some sodas, some snacks and stuff, because it was a basketball court at the complex that we lived in. So while I'm about to cross the street, there's like 5, 6, 7 women. They're jumping on me. Okay, they're beating my ass. They pull me to the ground. I'll never forget this day. I wish I still had the cast, but my mom would tell y'all. I broke this whole arm. This bone right here was sticking out my arm. It was like this. And I couldn't like move my arm no more. But I remember I had used this arm because like these women, they were attacking me. So I took the soda and I just like, whop. And like I hit one of the girls back 411. Sorry, y'all, I see angel numbers all the time. So I just hit the girl. But at that time, I couldn't do nothing. These were big women. Mind you, I'm 12 years old. Like 12, almost headed towards 13, right? So mind you, I'm like 90-something pounds, y'all. And if my son come in the car, I end this because my son is traumatized by a lot of the events that went on in my life. Because after that, years later, after this situation, I did end up getting married and being in another domestic violence situation, which I'll talk about later. I don't want to detract y'all. So anyway, so I remember all these people just jumping on me. I remember getting kicked in my head, like my head just went back. I just remember the pressure. And I still got up and walked away like this, okay? Carrying my arm. And mind you, I'm like 90 pounds. I don't know how I was that strong. I'm carrying my arm like this. And I'm asking my friends. One of the girls was looking out the door. I'm like, why you ain't do nothing? The other friend, they see me getting jumped. They didn't run. Nobody helped me. Okay? Nobody helped me. When I get to my mom's house, because that's where I was living. Of course, I'm a kid. But when I get there, my mom and them called the police. When I tell y'all, my eye was closed like Mike Tyson. I mean, it was so big and it was just closed. I was like that for months. My nose, my arm was broke. I could not leave the house. Now, this was a situation from the girls jumping me. But not only that, mind you, I was being abused every freaking day of my life by this man. And this is 555. This was when Maury Povich was on TV. Okay? And I ain't gonna lie, at that time, I was very, very mad and angry at my mother because, baby, I was 12 years old with a grown man living in hotel rooms, okay? This man was essaying me. He was hitting me atop my head with GUNs and stuff like that. Like, it was so crazy, okay? Then, God rest my father's soul, he was the one that would always look for me. He would put me like on flyers on a car, like flyers, like on a bus, like in cars, not cars, I mean bus, on the walls and stuff like that, like on the poles and stuff. And he really looked for me. But I was like always in a hotel. I remember a couple of the hotels named Luxury Inn, Golden Key. Like I was always in them hotels. So let's move a little bit further. Okay. I don't know where to take this. Sorry, I'm looking at the casino too. Look, I'll show you. I'm outside waiting for my son. That's a casino I'm at. But I'm just outside waiting for my son to get out of work. He's a dealer. Y'all wondering why I'm looking around. So anyway, I remember the show Maury Povich was out. And I remember one episode where these little girls was on the episode, or they was like young adults. Here come my son now. I'm gonna have to tell y'all this story in a second. He's coming in. I'm gonna stop and let y'all see him. Alright, so my son is out the car. Just dropped him off at the house. Sorry about that, y'all. But I'm back. Alright, so I was talking about, I think, Maury Povich. I was saying that I remember there was a show back in the day. And there were some girls on there. And they were all talking about, like, the abuse that they had to go through. And they always talking about how they couldn't look up, right? They couldn't look up, or they'd be slapped. They couldn't look at other people, which was so crazy because that's what I was going through, right? So I remember one time we had walked past, it was called Kmart's, where I used to live in Pleasantville, New Jersey. It was Kmart store. And damn, 8/14, my birthday. And he told me not to look up. He always told me if I look up and there's a guy in front of me, he's going to slap me. So I remember that one time he just said, "What?" and smacked me so hard because I looked up. Like I had to walk with my head down. So after me and him stopped dating, I remember that I had to learn how to walk with my head up. And this is just part one of this, okay? It was so much abuse, y'all. Wait till you hear the part about my freaking pregnancy. I had fractured ribs. I was thrown against a fucking wall. I was hit up top of my head with a hammer. And I was left for EAD, okay? Like, literally. But it was another time, I got a minute left to tell y'all this one particular time. So it was another time my friends want me to hang out with them. So I'm like, all right, they're like, Jessica, you never hang out with us. You need to leave this guy alone. And at that time, I had already had a busted lip and a black eye. Okay, so I go to my friend's house. They like, Jessica, we tired of this. You gotta stop this. You're in and out of rooms, that. So I'm like, all right, well, I could chill with y'all for a little bit, this and that. Mind y'all, I'm like 12 years old. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all that after the pregnancy, after I got jumped, I lost my first child too. And that child, I think I did Jermaine Robinson. I lost that child because that, oh my God, it's so much to tell y'all, and I can't tell y'all in this whole video. I guess I had to tell y'all more about that part too in part two. But anyway, I just remember being at my friend's house, and he pops up. Her mom answers the door, and he fucking comes and grabs me by my fucking hair, punches me straight in my mouth like this. This tooth right here